Hey guys, what's up? It's Valentine's Day tomorrow. So I'm going to do a quick Valentine's Day read for you. I'm burning some Palo Santo right now to just kind of cleanse the air. I don't want any bad vibes in here. I don't care. My brother would be laughing right now. If my brother ever watches this, he's going to laugh his ass off. He has no respect for this shit at all. But he kind of does too. So that's okay. I don't have any respect for football and sports, but I kind of do too. I just don't like that it costs so much money to watch it. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. I just feel like it's gate kept at this point. So we're gonna do a Valentine's Day reading, okay? And the Palo Santo is really burning. So I think it's it's getting out any bad vibes today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. It's Valentine's Day here in the US is like kind of a very commercialized holiday. It's a good day for restaurants and small businesses because people go out and they spend more. And it's a nice way for people to be motivated to show each other something special. So I'm going to do who is in your heart and who you are. And I already pulled who is in your heart. I'm using the Druid Oracle, the Druid Animal Oracle to pull out who you are and who they are. So for who is in your heart, we have the dog. And this is a shaggy dog on the card. I'm going to read that to you. And you are the owl. So we're going to learn a little bit about who is in your heart real quick. And then we're going to do kind of an overview of how we can love ourselves better today and at this time. And so whoever's in your heart, guys, it's like this is for single and also people who are in relationships. Take it as it fits. Only take what resonates with this and every other tarot card reading. Okay. So the dog represents guidance, protection, and loyalty. This guy, Sue, or Ku, I'm sorry, he's pronounced Ku. He brings guidance and protection, acting as a loyal companion and friend on your journey in both this life and the next. In the Druid tradition, the dog is seen as a guardian of mysteries. As such, he can be fierce, but if our intentions are good, Ku can lead us over the threshold, through the darkness and the waters of the unconscious, toward the shimmering realm of the goddess. The time may come when you need to act with the spirit of Ku to defend your values or protect that which you hold sacred. Faithfulness, trust, and loyalty are vital in close relationships. And the time may have come for you to focus on these qualities, to develop them gradually in yourself, and to appreciate them in others. What a beautiful message, first of all. If this is who is in our heart, someone who is faithful, trustworthy, loyal, this is what we are cultivating. And this might actually be a pet. You may have a loyal dog in your life. Um, by the way, I had a dog for 13 years. Her name was Zoe and or Zoe, and she really was she helped me in ways I can't fully explain. Like, because I was single for all the pretty much the whole time I had her. She saw me get married. It was like she kind of, and she met my firstborn. So it was like she got to see me reach that next phase of life, but she was there when I was single and searching. And she was always faithful to me. She was my true companion. There is really something beautiful about appreciating those who quietly stay by us and love us and are faithful to us, right? So this is a really wonderful energy to have in the heart at this time. So this is who is in your heart. So taking a moment to just reflect, it might be a spirit, it could be a person, it might be your partner, it might be even a friend or a family member, but this person who is in your heart is like a quiet presence that is very loyal and trustworthy to you, and they guide you. They help to guide you along. So you are the owl. in this one. Let me just read more a little bit about the owl. Okay, the owl is detachment, wisdom, and change. Okay. Owl teaches wisdom, okay, of turning a disadvantage into an advantage. For most birds, the coming of darkness renders it impossible for them to feed, but the owl's exceptional hearing enables it to pick out and swoop on unsuspecting prey during the night. Twilight has been described as owl light, and going for a quiet walk in the woods at this shimmering time of twilight is an excellent way to develop a sensibility to the other world and the inner soul of nature. You may feel drawn to a study of esoteric lore or clairvoyancy. Working with the owl as your ally will help you to do this. Very cool. So, whoever you are, whoever I'm speaking to, if this resonates with you, you are someone who is both detached and wise. And also, I mean, I just love that. Like, you might be interested in like studying things other people don't really want to study or don't even know about. Okay, you might be interested in clairvoyancy. Tarot card reading is like clairvoyant kind of activity. All right, and we're going to learn how we can love ourselves better. So let me get the other cards out. So, what feelings need to be felt? What feelings need to be felt about this love that we're feeling? And I can clarify a little more on this dog character. But I mean, just having the dog in the reading already makes this a sweet reading. So we have the Judgment. This is the karmic kind of card, looking where you've been and where you are now, and how your actions today predict your future tomorrow. This is the card of maybe realizing who belongs and who doesn't. And I think it's not like a shock. It's like things are gradually being revealed with time. There are some people, for example, who you might have been really good friends with a few years ago, and now they like won't talk to you for whatever reason. Like you guys are in different places, you're in different spaces. Things change with time. People put priorities in different places. So this Judgment card indicates that you are recognizing where you are at this present moment and how it's changed since that previous time, right? And who it's like we have to give ourselves the space to understand that change is inevitable, you know? Um, Man, that actor just passed away from Dawson's Creek, and I'm sorry, James Vanderbeek, I think I'm saying his name right, and he was only like 48 years old. You know, it's like sometimes judgment can also be like letting go of people because of health issues or something out of our control. It's not necessarily like, I don't know, a breakup or anything. It's not like that, although it could be. It could be that you're like coming to a realization that maybe like the person you've been with isn't loyal. Especially with the dog here, actually. So if the dog is in the heart of the matter, and judgment is coming out, I would say that our guidance is also like to find faithful and loyal people to keep with us on this journey because this is a journey that you're on. Okay, so that's the Judgment card. What are some old loves to leave behind? That's what I was just saying. Actually, that was what I was just saying. Like, we gotta leave the old loves behind. So, old friendships or people who have just moved far away, they're in another world, basically. They might be on the other side of the planet. It's okay to also keep those people. Yeah, velocity of air. This is the Knight of Swords. Listen, you can still talk to people from the past. I'm getting real tired. Okay. I'm getting really tired personally of this rhetoric I keep seeing and hearing everywhere in the United States that you have to cut people off. Okay? Just because someone is in a totally different place than you, or a totally different mindset, or you don't relate with each other anymore, okay, doesn't mean you have to cut them off. You can keep a communication line open with them. In this case, I would view this as like social media. You may have a connection to this person through social media. So you may have connection to old loved ones through social media. And that might be like just seeing their photos, and looking back and realizing like, oh, I was so young, or that was like a different time in my life, and things have really changed since that time when I was really close to that person, right? But it doesn't mean that you have to throw the person away. You don't have to unfriend them or block them. Now, if they're causing you weird issues or feelings and they're causing you stress, that's something you can think about. The Knight of Swords is able to do a cut if needed. So, but there is movement here and communication. So it's up to you. Take it as it resonates. I think it's okay to keep a small connection of communication where necessary. Okay. And this might be a lover or it might be just a friend because love takes many forms, guys. I'm not just talking about romantic love, right? So, how can we love ourselves better? How do we love ourselves better? And we are the owl, by the way. We're the owl today. Whoever is listening to this, you are the owl. So, how is the owl going to love himself better? How do you love yourself better when you're an owl? Interesting. Seven of Cups, being comfortable with indecision, maybe being comfortable with confusion. How to love yourself better. How to love yourself better. With these Seven of Cups, with the Seven of Cups, there's like confusion, and some of the cups could be filled with poison or some kind of scorpion or spider. You know what I mean? Or some of them are love. I think because the owl is detachment, that's what this is saying. The owl is detached. You can observe all these cups, okay, both the good and the bad, with detachment. Okay, don't get so upset that there's poison around because there's always going to be some kind of threat in the vicinity, in nature or anywhere. Okay, you go out in nature, guys. If you go out and you start walking in the woods today, there's like some poison plants just mixed in with the good plants. It doesn't mean we have to not ever go outside again. Okay, that's what I'm trying to explain that correctly. You are comfortable being around many options that might be beckoning to you. Like you might be very attractive as the owl. You might be someone that shocks others a little bit and and you have the wisdom to be around a lot of different types of people and still you're detached enough that it's not affecting you. Like there might be people in the vicinity around you who aren't faithful. They're not like the dog. Like the dog is the one we want. Listen, this is the one you want. This is the one you want to keep close to your heart, is the one who is faithful and loyal to you. All right, that's the one we want to keep close to our heart, but not everyone is like the dog. Other people have their own issues, right? They have their own hangups. They have their own projections that they're projecting onto you, being this strange, magnificent creature that you are, okay, who is very highly intuitive and clairvoyant and kind of weird, and you got big eyes, and you walk around in the middle of the night, you might scare people and they might have reactions to you. So you can remain detached from that. Okay. So even if someone, yeah, uh, whatever attention is coming at you at this time, try to accept it as a compliment because that's kind of what it is. Having all these options is a compliment to you, but it doesn't mean you have to accept everything. You don't have to. So you keep a strong boundary, keep keep a mindset of like this dog mindset, like which is the steadiest, best guide for me, right? But you can accept other people. You can be around other people and you don't have to stress out. You don't have to stress out. Be detached. I hope I'm explaining that. How can we love others better and harder? How can we love others better and harder? As the owl. Okay. I like the owl being associated with detachment and wisdom. The owl just flies away. It's like you see an owl, they might look at you and then they're going to fly away, you know? How can we love others better? Ace of Air, by telling the truth. When we tell the truth in one way or another, it's refreshing. Okay, so they're saying like when you tell the truth, maybe as in a nice lighthearted way, and you're just honest about how you're feeling. Like it even could just be like, "Oh, I'm not feeling the vibe today. I'm tired." You know, it could just be the honest truth. Like people will be able to connect with you better because you are the owl and you're always moving around, you're always running around, you're flying around, you're highly intuitive and clairvoyant. People are like, what the hell? So tell the truth. Tell the truth about who you are and what you're thinking when you see these people, and they're going to be surprised. They're going to be like, oh, okay. So when you allow yourself to make a connection, that's how you can love others better. What's a new love to call in? What's a new love to call in? Ah, new love to call in. New love to call in. The death. Oh my God, this is amazing. Guys, I have a feeling that you may not need a new love because of the dog. Okay? You may have already found the love of your life. If I'm speaking to you, you may have already found the love of your life and you may not need a new love because the dog is here and also judgment is here and now the death is here. Either that or it's a death of the way your relationships used to be. Okay, so maybe your relationships in the past, there was some kind of imbalance. Maybe you weren't respecting yourself completely. Maybe you doubted yourself. Maybe you were feeling insecure. Now you are going to be doing a death on that old way of thinking, and you're being honest about who you are. You're being more honest. So it's like, a, this is a transformation. Death is transformation, but it's a major transformation. So you are moving into a new phase in your love life. Okay. And if it's being guided by this guy, the dog, who is a loyal, faithful, trustworthy companion, then I think you are taking a positive step in the right direction. Like you are going in a new cycle that is positive and more honest. Like maybe, yeah. Oh my God, you guys. Wait a minute. I'm just thinking to myself, like, there's this one couple I know. They are marriage counselors. They're actually pretty well known, and I forgot their names. Um, it's a Virgo man and an Aquarius female. I know that. I want to say they're their last name starts with a G. It's like Goddard or something. And they started a school for relationship counseling. Listen, those people, before they became like relationship counselors, they fought every single day. They would fight every single day, all the time. Okay, they did not do well. They were not doing well together. They were about to divorce. And then they went to a store and they pulled out like an astrology book, like it was like the book of relationships or something. And they found their relationship and they were like, And it was like all the counseling and everything that they did not help as much as one book from the astrology new age section. For real. For real. And then they end up becoming very successful in their marriage counseling and marriage coaching business. I am getting the sense that maybe you might be in a situation like that where you have a lot of wisdom. Because the couple I'm talking about, they were smart people. They were educated. They were very intelligent people, but they couldn't stop fighting. Okay. And now it's like you're seeing, like, I make a choice to be faithful. I make a choice to be trustworthy. I make a choice to be loyal. I make a choice every single day to choose my partner and my loved ones and put them first in my life. Okay. That's what I'm getting a sense of. Because with the seven of water here, the seven of cups, it's like you have many options. You could be confused. You could be confused. And this is saying, no, you're choosing faithfulness. You're choosing a death of confusion. There's a death of confusion and a death of an old way. Okay. Maybe now you are seeing how you've been wrong and maybe how endless conflict isn't getting anyone anywhere. Okay. You might be completing a major cycle with judgment. These are the feelings that need to be felt. Completing a cycle, recognizing what doesn't work. If you're fighting a lot with your partner, for example, okay, you may fight with the next partner too, and the next, and the next, and the next. You have to also observe yourself and how you are in the relationship. Interesting. Let me just pull one more. What's your gift? What's the gift of this Valentine's Day? What's your gift this Valentine's Day? What's your gift? What's your gift? You're the sun. Oh my God. You're very attractive. Listen, you're shining. You're being very honest, which I love because I saw the Ace of Sword come out because that's honesty. Okay, more intellectual honesty. You are being authentic. You are being yourself. You are allowing yourself to enjoy life. This is very exciting. Happy energy. You're staying positive. Okay. And I love seeing that as like we see death and then we see the sun. So I'm getting like, this is not a literal death, you guys. This is not a literal death. This is a transformation that you're going through of some kind where like the old ways are over. The old ways didn't work. So you're getting rid of the old ways. And now we're working with new energy. We are staying positive. We are changing the situation. Just like that couple who I can't remember. I want to say the Goddards. I don't know. I'm going to find out. I'll find out and I'm going to try to find that video where they explain their situation before they became this like power couple because they were a disaster. They were a train wreck. Like they were struggling so bad and then they like really figured it out. They really figured it out. You might be getting money today. I really hope someone is taking you out for a nice dinner and you dress up and you feel good and you look nice because that's also a part of having love for yourself. Love yourself. Okay. Love yourself enough to take really good care of yourself today and every day this year. That's the Valentine's Day message, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated for someone and I'm wishing you the best. Thanks so much. Bye.